Sam, welcome to FrightFest.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much.
So have you ever been to FrightFest before?
Never been to FrightFest. I've been to quite a few other horror festivals, but for some reason my short films never made it here. We did like a bunch of other ones like San Sebastian, Sitges and stuff, but never made it to FrightFest, so quite exciting to check it out.
So why The Seed, and tell us about the pre-production of it.
Why The Seed? I've been out in California and I'd been racking my brains for a low budget movie that I could make, and I've been out in California in the desert, and I thought it's a good location. I like the idea of isolation being kind of like an enemy, and I also thought I could probably do it quite cheaply out there. But then COVID thwarted that, and the production that I was setting up sort of fell apart. And then turns out there was some money in Malta, so we went and did it in bloody Malta, which was interesting. But yeah, I mean, you know, I know, like we all are, kind of quite concerned about technology and social media, and you know, it's even more prominent in all our minds at the moment. And I had this real like nasty feeling that it was messing with my meat, with my body, and I was just like, I just wanted to make something that felt, I don't know, that spoke to that kind of an innocuous thing that arrives that then impregnates you and destroys you. So I wanted to make something about that, I guess. Yeah.
Now, how was the filming in Malta? How did you balance it between a fantastic location, fantastic holiday, possibly, and actually working?
It was just all work. I don't think I saw much of Malta. I think I had 3 days off in 3 months, so it was all out. It was all out war from the minute we sort of got there. Malta's probably one of the most populous. I mean, it's a great place to shoot, but it's one of the most populous countries on earth, I believe. So if you're trying to make a film about isolation, it's not ideal. So we went round and round and round and round on the locations, and it was a real difficult one to find something that felt, I don't know, it felt credibly isolated. But I mean, you know, then you're shooting in this place, it's supposed to be isolated. You've got cranes, you've got the local drug dealer, you've got stuff going on, you've got planes circling, you've got people shooting birds out of the sky above you. Well, our camera operator, Laszlo, amazing Laszlo, had just come off June, and he was like, I'm not shooting in this place, not shooting in this place. There's like shrapnel falling about us. So Malta was fantastic, yeah.
Casting, amazing. I mean, all the women are just brilliant in it, aren't they?
I think Lucy was always sort of gonna play a role in it. Sophie was just, she kind of came like last minute. I hadn't actually met Sophie in the auditions, but I'd seen her work and I knew she'd be a professional, and that was my suspicion going into the project, that we wouldn't have much time to do anything. So professional over like a wild card or something like that. And then Chelsea was someone that I spotted the night before the audition that wasn't even on the card to come in, and I just had this feeling about her and brought her in. She came for one audition. It was like, okay, cool, and everyone liked her. Brought her in again. Everyone liked her, and then she came in again, knocked it out of the park, and it was, you know,
great.
You know, she was definitely the best actress from the bunch that we had for that role, I think, and I think we made the right decision. And they saved the day, really, and the pressure they were under was ridiculous.
And of course, the effects by old FrightFest friend Dan Martin.
Dan Martin, yeah, amazing. Yeah, he was great. We had to do a lot of the design work via Zoom as well, so we were in pre-production while Dan was designing here, and I'd wanted to make something a bit more hairy, to be honest, but Dan pointed out that hair's quite expensive, and you know, so we ended. So he did, you know, he was great. He went to meticulous detail with the character, with the design of the thing. I mean, it's one of the things about making a film in COVID and in you know, low budget cinema generally. I'd never seen that creature until it landed on set. Mm-hmm. So I had no idea how it was going to work or operate. And then it was a case of, wow, it looks great. What can it do? Not a lot. Let's work it out. And Dan was fantastic, really.
So this is the big FrightFest premiere this evening. It's only been screened, I think, once so far around the world.
That's right, yeah.
So are you excited? Are you nervous?
Am I excited and nervous? I don't know. The production was such a nightmare that I don't really feel anything about it, to be honest. I'm looking forward to seeing it with an audience. I think that's the thing. I've seen it a lot in the edit, on my own, and in an edit with amazing editor Barry Moe, and me and him have sat there in a dark basement in a pandemic, chopping away. So I've seen it a bit, but never with an audience. Whether or not it's going to be, I've actually not quite sure how it's going to go down.
It's going to be fun. It's going
to be fun, I guess. Yeah, unless I get heckled and strung up, but that's probably.
And for the audience out there who aren't lucky enough to be here tonight, how would you describe the film without giving any spoilers, or very few spoilers?
Very few spoilers. I don't know. It's Eraserhead goes on holiday, I guess would be.
That's good enough, isn't it? And what's next?
What's next? I've got a film potentially happening in Canada about like a teen horror, which I've done a rewrite on, and I'm optimistic that it's going to happen. Again, it's going to be I'm sure it's going to be a nightmare to make, but that's just making films, isn't it? As I've realised. And then I've got another one about I've got a nun film. I know other people are making nun films, but I've got a really good one. I really want to make it. It's very cruel.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Welcome to FrightFest, and please come back with another feature.
Let's see.
Thank you so
Cheers,
much.
mate. Thanks so much. Thank you.